how to see the reality of how to see a sinner. I think that's one topic. How to see a sinner. Because the thing is, I look at people, I look at sinners, see sinners, and I look at certain Christians, see sinners, and I see sinners, see certain Christians. And, they get, people get this ideal of this, ideal of that. And unfortunately, they're wrong ideals from certain perspectives, because of what Paul says, that we wrestle not against flesh and blood. Let me say, for we wrestle not against each other, flesh and blood, but principalities and powers and rulers of darkness and spiritual wickedness in high places. Is that ideal is not understood in, unfortunately, Christian viewpoint, but sinners are not supposed, don't understand that. But the thing is, at the same time, people need to understand that we need to look at people in perspectives and details. When you operate in the true love of God, you will do that. Well, when I show you the idea of how love is supposed to view a sinner, and that's what's very important to me as a Christian and as a minister. If I don't know how to view a sinner properly, salvation will not really, the process of salvation is not going to pretty much fulfill its course. You know what I'm saying? We as Christians won't be able to minister to really truly develop people that was lost and found. You know what I'm saying? Something like that, though. But it's important to view a sinner. But first thing about the ideal of a sinner, well, really the ideal of humanity, as what King David says. We are born in Psalms 51, more likely being born in sin, shaped with iniquity, that is the ideal of everybody. Every human being is born with a flawed nature, is what drives me crazy, how people don't understand that. They know that, but they don't understand that because they do not, how we treat each other. It's like when you see a bad person, or second, let me go in order. I'm sorry, guys. Second, we're born in sin, shaped with iniquity. Let me talk about this. See, but a human being is born in innocence. A human being is born in innocence. A baby didn't say, hey, can I come to earth? No, a baby never asked to be in earth. They are created and pretty much forced out of their mother's womb. Whatever mother push or how they take the baby out of the womb, they're really forced to come to a life, to live life here. They can't say, have no choice. They have no choice in the matter. So every human being is born in innocence, is what it is. Because the thing is, you don't have no choice. You just hear, you're here. And that's what's very important to understand, concerning, life. Now, let me proceed to what I was going to talk about. People were raised different, of course, and in that being raised, you may not got the proper instructions that you need to learn about becoming a better person, and you may have somebody did not show you, your parents did not show you the proper instructions to being a better person. Maybe you did have that, but inside yourself, you couldn't find a way to accept it, within the type of person you are, and you had a difficult time of accepting the idea of going about handling things a certain way. And unfortunately, your environment did it this way, and you you believe that this is the way it should be done, wrong concerning arguing, fighting, and cussing and fussing, and all kind of negativity, because your environment is mainly about that. You felt that you felt in your flesh you should fall in line to it. And a lot of people are people that and because of all these things that are presented, you feel that you should resort to sinning. You should to resort to sinning. Because God taught me this, like, Mac, there's no such thing as a bad person. There's a such thing of a person that has bad character. You know what I'm saying? There's no such thing as a good person. There's a such thing of a person has got good character. See, now watch this. What do I mean? What I mean that you can do bad things, but that doesn't really make you bad, as in that you're supposed to be a bad person. That's the idea. Now, when it comes to good, yes, you're supposed to be a good person, concerning that we're being, Genesis 1:26, made in the image and likeness of God, that God created us, and he said that was very good. But here's the thing. But we were put in a position, of like I said, we inherit sin and all that kind of things, and we were raised, and we saw, people that operate in negative tendencies that certain people did not interpret and know it was right or wrong. But the thing is, all these things came to a result of the condition that we're in. It's a result of that. People are a result of the circumstances that I just presented. That is important to see the makeup of people that do negativity, or something's wrong with them, something better. It's important for you to see that as an individual. That I did a message a long time ago, and I was talking about two guys fighting in a bar, and I asked, well, what if one of the guys ask him a question? Ask him a question concerning his background. The background of the person. You know what I'm saying? Do you know the person's background? Do you know their story? Do you know the story? You know almost every anger or whatever negativity that a person, show forth has a story behind it. Everybody got a story behind their negativity that comes to the, like I said, result of the kind of person that they are today. Everybody has a story to it. Certain people, unfortunately, don't want to deal with their story and get resolution and get resolve about it and get peace about it and get understanding about it, is why they feel that they should still lash out. They should still lash out on themselves, lash out to other people. This is the ideal mindset of sinners. You know what I'm saying? They feel that they should find another negative way to, unfortunately, that leads to death, because the wages of sin is death. And, and unfortunately, suicide happens in this ideal for certain people, because they did not get the answer that they need concerning what happened to them in their past. But everybody has a past, and I encourage people, if you do watch Criminal Minds and you hear the story of what the criminal they catch it past, it's like, wow, that person no different from I am, that you'll find out, that person, and it's how people handle her. Certain people can handle her a better way to not hurt nobody. Certain people can get overboard and start handling hurt and start hurting other people. The thing is, that's what the ideal of a sinner, and they feel like they have to, give their answer from the earth. get their answer from, sex, get their answer from gambling, get their answer from certain things that they do around. They think that this can answer their hurt. And it's not going to, of course, answer her. It's going to only cover her. And the thing is, what I want to talk about, covering hurt is what mainly a sinner is all about doing in his heart. They're about covering hurt. They're not about healing hurt. They're about covering hurt. And the thing is, they do all the smoking, drinking, whatever natural substance they need to ease the pain, to cover and suppress the hurt. And the thing is, they don't realize they're doing, they're making hurt more stronger and making hurt feels and will produce more negative within inside them, that they will continue to do more negative and find themselves doing more destructive with their mouth and with their actions. Is what a sinner needs to understand when you are covering hurt. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, but here's the thing, but in iniquity, seeing that hurt, covering hurt, produces iniquity. Iniquity is what's going to hinder you to ignore the hurt. It's going to give you a reason to ignore the hurt that's going on inside you. And it's sad how much people don't realize, when as much as you keep this dirt and this hurt inside you, and it's that iniquity builds up. And watch this. The more it builds up, what happens when you cover hurt? What do you see when you cover something up? You see darkness. You see darkness. And the thing is, now the kingdom of darkness has permission to come in your heart and really drive you nuts and really drive you crazy. You see people that are demon possessed or whatever, possessed by evil spirits, they just control and manipulate it. And it's because when you hide or hurt, you give darkness permission to, and they will have you do some very crazy things, as you can see other people do. And the thing is, this thing is no joke. I mean, they don't, man, darkness, the principalities and powers, rules of darkness, world, spiritual wickedness, don't play games, as you see the end result of other people that's got going mind crazy. They don't think straight, stuff like that. They don't play no games. Satan comes to steal, kill, and destroy. He is not playing games. This guy is serious about what he's doing. That, sin, you need to really understand. And at the same time, what happens is, what you need is to, of course, invite Jesus Christ in your heart. You need to come to understand, to accept, his ideal teachings. You know what I'm saying? Not feel like you got to perform them, but accept their ideal teachings. Like I tell people, sinners, you need to learn the word of God and just apply it little by little, that you will develop Christ in your heart. Because you can't just get, just like a little word of God and then say, and like, oh, I'm good. And then, and just start living it. No, you got to apply it slowly and surely. I mean, each and every day, daily as possible. Do little by little. You got to continue to stay faithful in the process. Yes, you're going to fall short. Yes, you're going to sin. But you need to stay faithful, and whatever is given to you, apply it little by little. Fellowship, I'll tell people, one of the most powerful things you can ever do about, the word of God is fellowship, because you get a sense of understanding and from other people, and you can talk about what you think about this and get in detail about your situations concerning how we should look at sin and how we should look at things. Really helps a whole lot. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, when you start learning to utilize the word of God and share the word of God, you get more confident. And it's not your confidence, it's the confidence of God that you will start feeling confident that you can do this. And the thing is, what I tell Christian sinners that will, trying to become a Christian, the thing is, there's no competition. You don't try to think you got to be better than this person, better than that person. No, it's no competition. There's only trying to get closer to God. It's just Getting closer to your Creator is what the whole ideal is about. It's not about you trying to become better